Hey team, Russell Peden here with just a quick video. I'm going to start recording a couple videos a week to help you and growing your business. And I couldn't think of a better training video to start off with is the topic being activity. You know, guys, in our business, actually in life, in any endeavor, activity is what matters most. Activity, activity, activity. You know, activity, as you can see, hidden in the word activity is the word action, because the first key to success in an activity is you got to take some action. You know, whether that's increasing the number of people that you talk to, increasing the number of people that you expose to your membership and on our business opportunity. Activity in terms of your follow-up, activity. The next thing is work. You know, activity is there's activity and there's productivity. Productivity is work that you're doing. I mean, I can move around stuff here on my desk, and that's activity. I could reorganize my business cards, the people that I met, and put them in alphabetical order and sort the ones I'm afraid to call from the ones who I think will join from the ones I think won't join, blah, 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 blah. That's just called activity. What you want is productivity. That's called work, W-O-R-K. One of my mentors said, if you want to clear out a bathroom, write work on the wall. People run out of the bathroom faster than you can imagine because people are afraid to work. That same mentor always used to tell us that he used to say that if success came in a vending machine, most people in America today would be too lazy to go make change. And I believe that's true. Most people today don't want to put in the work. They're like, what? I have to make change? I actually have to do something? Yes, it requires work. So let's get back to this concept of activity. Just understand that activity is what matters most. And also remember that it's a numbers game. And we'll get to that when we talk about prospecting, but you have to take action. You've got to decide what it is you want and then move on it. And then whatever that is that you're moving on, continue to stick with it. You got to have persistence. You know, I did a training years ago called Persistency and Consistency, the keys to success. You have to be persistent, which means you have to be willing to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to get the result and to achieve your goal. But you have to be consistent, which means you also have to stick with what's working. You know, I'm fond of saying that I don't like to train on what works. I like to train on what duplicates. And what duplicates is activity and productivity, work. And so you have to, not only do you have to be persistent and never give up, but you have to stay persistent long enough to get the result you want by doing what works. You know, a lot of people, they'll try the business this way. They'll try this that way. They go, well, you know, I don't want to talk to my friends and family, so I want to do cold market. And then they go to a training or a Super Saturday event and they hear someone talk about social media. So they want to do social media. And then the next thing you know, they want to do small business or they want to do something else. Instead of just mastering one area of the business, one area of focus until you achieve your goals there, and then you can change your strategy. I believe in focusing on what works and not what duplicates. So you have to, persistency and consistency is the key to activity. You have to stick with something long enough to see the result, but you have to stay focused on what you make sure what you're doing is working, and it's just stay consistent. That's really the key, I guess. So activity is what matters most, guys. Here's a couple of concepts, and this is right out of the book that Mr. Stone Cipher and Paul J. Meyer wrote called Activity. You know, number one, you got to have persistence. Number two, you have to have confidence. Number three, you should have a do-it-now mindset. Number four, you got to focus on doing the basics. You know, just because that's what I meant about you have to be persistent, but you also have to be consistent at the same time. Is you want to focus on the fundamentals. You know, focus on the basics, if you will. And you know, it may not, and when you're doing it, it doesn't seem like it's going to ever happen. But if you'll just continue to swing that axe at the tree, eventually that tree is going to calm down. And the other thing you can do is you can sharpen your axe. Work harder on yourself than you do on your business. I believe it was Abraham Lincoln or Thomas, I forget who it was. They said if I had 4 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend 3 hours sharpening my axe and 1 hour chopping down the tree. And that's sharpening your axe, guys, is working harder on yourself. Take advantage of our daily personal development call that takes place Monday through Friday at 8:45 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time every day. 15 minutes of concentrated personal development delivered by some of the best in our team and in the industry to help you work harder on yourself than you do in the business. Also, sharpen your skills, work on your prospecting, work on your follow-up, work on your duplication, work on your presentation, the things that matter most in our business, and get better at it. And the only way you get better at it, I know, is to learn, educate yourself. That's called learn knowledge. And then guess what? The next step is called activity knowledge. Get out there and do it, and then you'll learn what's working and what doesn't work for you. As long as you're following something that has been proven to work, you have to work on it until it works for you. And so that's activity knowledge. The next thing is called modeling knowledge. That's where you have to find someone who's getting the results that you want, find out how they're doing it, and then do what they did, and then stick with it until you get the result that they got. And the last way of learning is what they call teaching knowledge. So then once you've got some learned knowledge, and then you went out there and did some activity knowledge, sharpened your axe, and then you found someone who's getting the results you want and copied what they did and got their results, then you can begin teaching others. And that's where you really learn the most, because you learn how to show someone else how to do what you did. And that's it, guys. So activity knowledge is certainly the key, and that's what I want to focus on in this video. The other thing, guys, you just got to be willing to be fearless. Just get out there and just do it. It doesn't matter. Look, I was at an event yesterday, and I heard a speaker say, he says, actually I was listening to a book called Jump by Steve Harvey. He says in that book that what other people think about you is none of your business. What other people think about you is none of your business, which means you shouldn't care of what people think about you and your efforts to better yourself, to grow a part-time business or part-time income or build a business, period. People are gonna, your naysayers, family, friends, they're probably doing it because they don't want you to get hurt. They think they're looking out for you, but they're not helping. And we tend to value people's opinions more than we should, because we know them, like them, and trust them, and we hope that they're looking out for us. But again, other people's opinions are none of your business. You should stay focused on your goals and hang out with people who are also focused on their goals, because then you're hanging out with the right people who will encourage you and help you along. So anyway, guys, activity. Again, we go through these kind of 10 principles or characteristics of people who take action. They're persistent, they're confident, they have a do-it-now mentality. They don't procrastinate, guys. Do it now. One of my good friends, Michael Klaus, he has a little system that he uses. He says to himself every morning, he tries, I think he says it 1,000 times, do it now, 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 do it now. And he's programming his brain to be a do it now kind of person, because if you're like me, you tend to put things off sometimes, and then you never get around to doing them. And in our business, that's not a good thing, because action is what matters. Following up with your prospects is what matters. And we can't sit around and not do it. We need to do it now, do it now, do it now. And just develop a do it now attitude. Again, focus on the basics. Be fearless. Don't care what other people think. And then also, one of the concepts, I'll probably do a whole other training video on this. It's called plan, do, review. Get out there, take action, and then put together your plan. How many people you're going to talk to today? How many calls you're going to make? How many follow-ups you're going to make? That's your plan. Then take action on your plan, and then take a look back on the next day or so. How'd that work out? And is that working out? Where could you improve? Could you get better on your phone skills? Could you get better on your follow-up? Whatever it is. So plan, do, and review is another thing that success people do. And then have a motivating why. Guys, there's so many people who talk about your why, your why, your why. I like to say why stands for what hurts you. What hurts you that you can't have it? What hurts you that you can't provide it? What hurts you that you can't do it, or that you can't possess it, you can't own it? I don't know what it is for you. You need to figure out what's going to motivate you to take action on a consistent basis. And once you figure that out, the action will be easy. I know somebody said, well, I don't know. How do I get myself going? Figure out what motivates you. Maybe it's your wife and kids, like it is for me. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's your wanting to be somebody. That's a big motivator for a lot of people. They want to be the man or the woman in their family or in their center of influence. But whatever your why is, you need to figure that out, because once you have a clear understanding of what your why is, you will, I guarantee you, doing the activities won't be that much of a challenge for you. And if you don't know what your why is, if you're spending too much time, don't don't weight yourself down trying to figure it out. Let me just give you some advice. In the absence of knowing what your why is, just do it for the money. That's my other thing that my good friend Michael Klaus says. He says, if you can't figure out your reason why, do it for the money. And then once you have all the money you need, guess what? You'll figure out what's important to you. You'll figure out what your why is, what turns you on. So do it for the money, and if you don't have a strong reason why right now, okay? So that's the other thing. They have a reason why. The number 8 characteristics, they have desire and determination. They're absolutely determined to get what it is they want because they have a strong desire to achieve success or to achieve a goal. And then they get themselves into good habits. That's number 9. Just, habits are things that we do without even thinking because it's a habit. So they practice some good habits, whatever those habits are. We'll talk more about those in the coming videos. And then keep the number one thing. Keep the main thing. And in our business, the main thing is prospecting. Because in the absence of having people to talk to about our membership and our business opportunity, we don't have a business, guys. Keep the main thing, prospecting, talking to people, engaging them, putting them in front of information or getting information in front of them somehow. That's the secret. That's the main thing. Keep the main thing. And the main thing is activity with consistent and persistent focus. All right. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just supposed to be a quick one just to kind of start things off. And look forward to another video on Wednesday, and then again next Monday, then the following Wednesday. And I hope to deliver you some excellent content that you can take action on and put into your business right away. Look forward to hearing your feedback. Leave some comments below or shoot me an email or a text or a message on Facebook or LinkedIn or something. Let me know what you thought about the video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.